I'd like to personally thank all the schools that came out to support the Inside the Program 941 Boys Basketball Media Day. This started as a vision that I had to simply celebrate our student athletes and allow the community to get an inside look at who these young men are. And it turned into something that exceeded my expectations. I first like to acknowledge our host sponsor, IMG Academy, as they opened up the doors, rolled out the red cap carpet, and made sure that we felt just like home. Thank you. I'd like to thank all our media partners, specifically Mr. Xavier McKnight from ABC7, who conducted all our one-on-one interviews with the coaches and did an amazing job. Truth be told, our media partner who did our coach and team interviews, thank you guys, thank you guys, and thank you guys. Premier Choice Group, who was our event and brand coordinator, they did a great job of just hosting the event and making sure everything was top-notch. And Visionary Club as a donation sponsor. Today's event couldn't happen without all parties involved, and I'm extremely honored and I'm extremely grateful for everybody that participated. Now, let's play ball.
All right, we are back here at the 941 Boys Basketball Media Day for local high school hoops here in Manatee and Sarasota County here at IMG Academy for local teams here on the Sun Coast of Florida here. And I'm pleased to be joined now by the head coach of the IMG Grey National Team, Mr. Doug Tebow. Coach, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having us. We're just privileged and honored to be here today, but we're enjoying down here in Southwest Florida and getting better every day.
All right, 32-5 a year ago, 13-2 against all SIAA opponents there. You know, you lost in the Final Four. When you look at how the season ended, but where you guys are now, have you decided to leave last season where it is? Or have you noticed that your guys, who are returning at least, they're using it as a driving force coming into this year?
Well, this is a little unique, and I know they had me put that stuff down of my stuff, but that was a different team than this year. This is a first-year program. This is a first-year additional. That was the lower school national team that I had last year, so you had a bunch of 12- and 13-year-olds playing against a bunch of 18-year-olds doing that. But this team is our next national team at the varsity level. So no one actually for that team played on this team. Now, 6 guys are in-house developed. That were on different teams last year within our varsity and junior varsity programs. But at the same time, that's part of the pathway that was developed with this national grade team. And we have developed the lower school, the junior national, and obviously these 2 high school national teams, and then the post-grad national as part of a unique opportunity to develop in-house. We're never going to be one of those high schools. Even our national competition, see on ESPN, that pay high school players to come. Well, if you're not, you need to develop in-house. So we needed to find a pathway. So Brian Nash and Mike Gillian years ago put together that. So we first developed some of these others, the lower school national and the junior national. And obviously we've had the national high school team for years and even the post-grad. But adding this second team as part of the pathway and the numbers of playing another national schedule with a high school varsity team has been part of the goal and objective. It takes time, obviously, but it's a special place and a special team right now.
Thank you for correcting and clarifying that. Let me ask this. How does it feel to be the one who is steering the ship on this first-year program here?
Phenomenal. I mean, the fact that Brian Nash and Mike Gillian entrusted me with that obviously makes it an honor. But they also know me, that makes it a challenge for me. I've been fortunate to be part of this, and it's what we talk about as a team, being a first-year program and actually developing the culture, even within an organization like this, developing a culture and a mindset of a first-year program, there's nothing like it. When I had the opportunity to be with Mike Gillian for 10 years and start a first-year Division I program at Longwood University, there's nothing like starting ground zero and taking a team towards excellence. And so, yes, it's an honor and a privilege that I welcome, but at the same time, I'm not going to take for granted.
When it comes down to programs like this at schools like this, 4-star, 5-star recruits that you have, some of these teams, they have parents who come from a deep lineage. Like Amari Stoudemire has 2 of his children who are going to be playing on basketball teams here at this school. IMG National has Aziz Olajuwon. His father, Hakeem, is on the Mount Rushmore for many people, one of the greatest centers of all time. How do you keep these student athletes grounded in a way to where it's like, we know where you come from, but we don't want you to be spoiled because you have to go out and you have to earn it too?
Well, that's the funny part. Kids are kids. Kids are kids. And they might be high profile, but that's what makes IMG one of one in the world, is behind our gates, you can be who you are. And we're one of the unique places. And the scary part is you talk about the lineage of some of the athletes we have here. The scary part is we don't put it out there, but the lineage of some of the high-profile hip-hop community, R&B people we have here, some of the Fortune 500 people, you get to be who you are. And that's why this is such a special place. So you ask me, is there the extreme ego? We're actually quite the opposite of that, because it's such they're used to everybody trying to, get in their business, B, in this social media tough time and era for kids. This is where they get to be a kid. So I'll be honest with you. I'm a superhero when I bring Chick-fil-A after the game for our post-game meal. And you're like, what? They don't want to go to these five-star restaurants. They're kids. So they want to be kids with other kids that just see them as that. So I will say there is no place like IMG Academy in the world as far as a young man or a young woman getting to be themselves no matter who they're from, what their background is. And again, with you, over 30 years ago, I started this business at the Division I JUCO level with the same mindset, taking people from different worlds, different mindsets, and letting them grow and develop and be lifelong friends together. There's nothing like it, and that's part of the unique experience you get here at IMG Academy.
When you talk about the lack of ego there, does it make your job easier?
Oh, obviously. But it also makes my job so much more rewarding. And what I mean by that is they may not get to do that down the street when all of a sudden, hey, yeah, Hakeem's sort of big. Everybody knows who he is. And if you go in Houston, there ain't going to be a person that doesn't know who he is. Stottlemyre, I ain't going to get in. I'm not worried about basketball. I'm not getting a lifting contact with Dad still, because that dude is still built like a freight train. Might even be better than when I saw him play in the league. But it's one of those deals where it's a rewarding experience because they do actually get to be them. And so you get to know them for who they are. That's what I tell them. And I've had the fortunate opportunity to coach a lot of former pros, children, even at the college level, is I want to be a relationship. I respect your dad or mom, whoever that may be, but it's about our relationship. And you get to be you. And I want you to be separate, even if you follow that lineage. Another part that's interesting here at IMG in all sports is we have a lot of what I call crossover sports, meaning we have some people here that are famous tennis players, famous football. We have a lot of famous football players, children that are basketball players now, just like we have some basketball players that are playing football or lacrosse or whatever that may be. And so they seem to cross sports, which actually is sort of a good thing for them. It's a little bit less pressure for those athletes, but it's what makes IMG Academy one of one.
Getting back to the team in particular, though, because you mentioned how much of an honor it is. Mm-hmm. Obviously, IMG is IMG, but this is still a first-year program. Mm-hmm. What are some of the challenges that you would say that you've encountered along the way? Because I'm sure by it being a first-year program, there have been some bumps and hurdles in the road somewhere, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, excuse my old school terminology, but the jealousy and haterade, that's always going to be there. When people want to be there, when people want to be you, both off the court, both in the community, both for the kids, even within the organization, because everybody wants to, be on the team. Everybody, we go through training camp, okay? And besides the other national team, that's what people are fighting for, to be quite honest with you. And so part of that is understanding you have to hold yourself to a much higher standard as a first-year program, but in general because people want to be you. But here's the difference, and Mike Gillian taught me this way back in like 2003, 2004 when I first started working for him. Invite them in. Let them hate. Let them hate all they want. It's like you learn. I mean, we learn it in kindergarten. Okay, words don't hurt. Words don't hurt. That's not totally true. We all know that. But the meaning is there. Blow it off. Be a bigger man. Be a bigger person, and then invite them in because they want to be part of the glory Okay, maybe they're being immature. We're going to be the more mature team. But it's exhilarating for these kids because they say, oh, no, we're going to hold ourselves to a different standard. And they've done a tremendous job of it. I have a very special group of 10 young men that I couldn't have dreamed. Even after training camp 4 weeks ago, when we named the team, I couldn't have dreamed for a group to bond as quickly and as deeply as this group. And I've done this almost 35 years, and most of it at the college and pro level. When you get a group like this, I don't care. It's actually like my second-year team here, who actually our point guard Charles Matthews was on, that 31-1 team where we had 7th, 8th graders playing post-grad guys. When you have a team that bonds that closely, I'm just along for the ride. I'm along for the ride of, okay, how can I be better every day to make them better?
You mentioned the community aspect of it. How are you pushing this team to get more involved in the community? And I imagine there has to be somewhat of a challenge in that in terms of community acceptance, because most of the student athletes here at this school, they are not from this community. So the faces aren't necessarily familiar to the folks that are out here in this community who were born and bred here. But you want that community aspect to still be a part of development. How has that played a role so far? How are you getting this team involved in the community?
Well, that's a great question, and it's a multi-part. I'll give you a multi-part answer. I'm going to actually go the easy part first, basketball. Think of this team and my mentality. It's always been my mentality, but especially with this team, think of me as the John Chaney in the 90s mentality of we'll go anywhere and play anybody anytime. Obviously, some people have not wanted that challenge. But, right now we're at 22 road games. I want the other communities of Florida to see us. I want us to be there. Yes, we go to Connecticut. We go to, other parts of Florida. But I want us to be there. Anybody locally that wants this challenge, that we want that challenge, we're there. And you have some great coaches around here. You have some phenomenal coaches around here that do an incredible job. And I think it's great for their communities. But, hey, we'll show up to your gym. Now, that's the easy part. The other part is, I'll be honest with you, it is part of why I'm here, and why one of the things that we'll say I'm known for a little bit. We'll do a lot of community service within this community because I don't care whether they're 12 or 32, and we're talking about a pro. I think it's extremely crucial for these young men's development to be part of the community. So you'll see us around. We've already been around a little bit more. Yeah, what I will say is I don't ask for media attention. It's about them and the community. So like when we go on a walk, on a cancer 5K, or we go feed people in like the Thanksgiving time, which we will, and that kind of stuff, that's about the community. And then I'll finish it. Even when we do something fun, I want it in the community. So we've already done some team bonding stuff. I mean, we went to a local barbershop before media day, and that's something that's never been done here. So we get some haircuts, play a little games, play a little pool, but be in the community. And we also have some great coaches here, like an Elliot Washington that grew up here, played at Alabama, is one of our phenomenal coaches here that does an excellent job, but he helps me get in the community. Or we have John Rhodes, who didn't grow up in this community, but like me, a longtime Division I guy, and he's in here. But he's been here longer than me. He's established roots on community projects and that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna really, strive, as I always do, to use these kind of people to help us integrate ourselves, integrate National Gray, but most of all, help these young men grow.
And that actually leads me into my next question, because obviously wins is what everybody wants to get. But when you look at what success should be for this team outside of what happens out there on the hardwood, how would you describe that?
That's easy for me. And yes, everybody wants to win, and I suspect we'll win a lot of games. I mean, I'm not that guy that's going to give you a prediction and all that kind of stuff, but we will compete every night. But that's not what this job is about. And it's not why I do this job. It's not why I stay in this business. And I've had a lot of opportunities through years to change roles, be more administrative. I've done that a little bit, and people want me to do that all over the country. No. Being able to impact these young men and help them grow on and off the court is why I do this. We will represent ourselves on the court every night like we will represent ourselves in the classroom, like we will represent ourselves in the community. We will play harder than any team in the country. That's one of our models. The other one is drain the tank. And what that means is we give every effort on everything we do, but we trust our brothers. Put the team first, the team will pay us back. Well, that means I trust. If I'm Charles, I trust KB. If I'm Brandon, I trust Dylan. If I'm Tosin, I trust Kingston. Whoever that combination may be, I put the team first, the team will pay us back. Well, that means they'll help me achieve my dreams of getting to college and playing or whatever that is past that where I need to be. But they'll also understand this, help me grow as a human being. And that's first and foremost.
The final question I have for you is, when it comes down to building team camaraderie, and it sounds like this isn't much of an issue when it comes to this group, just based off of how you've already stated that there's so much that you all do together, but I'm still going to ask this question because I know that it's a big part of team chemistry and team building and team camaraderie that contributes to that success that you'll have on that court. How have you been pushing these young men to cultivate relationships with each other off the basketball court to make sure that they're getting to know each other, they're there for one another, and that they can have that trust with one another? How have those relationships been building off the court in ways that you can already see is going to translate to great success on the court?
You know what? I'd love to give myself a lot of credit, pat myself on the back, but I haven't needed to. Now, I admit I'm big on team bonding. I'm big on some different team bonding experiences, both from actual experiences and then community service kind of projects. But these kids have done it naturally. And it is, and as I said, it's a beautiful thing. And they're actually bringing me in for the ride. And you don't see that every day. But at the same time, you know, when you talk to them, they talk about this. This is my favorite team I've ever been on in my whole lifetime. And we've only been together 4 weeks. And it's one of those deals where, now, IMG Academy, as a basketball family of 235 basketball players, even in training camp, we bond. And it's like we got asked a question earlier as a group. How does this happen where you basically get a new team sometimes developing every year? Well, we have a camaraderie already through the organization, both in basketball and throughout the other staff, students, and faculty here. But what I will say is this particular National Grey team, I wish I could say I'm some rocket. They just enjoy what I've thrown at them. But all of a sudden, they'll call me and say, hey, Coach, can we do this together? Hey, Coach, hey, we're studying together tonight. You want to stop by the student union? And this is a team that truly, they're down there watching the other teams play right now. Don't have to be. We had practice this morning. They're down there together right now. It's a special group.
I know I said that was the final question, but this is actually going to be the final question I'm going to ask you in terms of this. What's your message to the community that you want to share with them just in terms of when they come out and why they should come out and watch this team and what they should expect to see from this team on the court and in the community, because this is some of the best basketball that you're going to get to watch on this level in this country, if not in the world for that matter. What's your message to them?
Ready to have fun. And what I mean by that is ready for the old school mentality of we are going to play that hard. We are going to play with that much passion, and we're going to play together. And we're going to bring everybody in with us no matter where you're from, who you are. We're going to respect the game. And that's one thing we talk about as a team a lot. We're going to respect that game, which I guarantee you as fans, we talk about all the time. And I don't care whether you're an old head that likes old school basketball, you're a new head, I want to see 149 points, whatever that may be. The one thing that brings it, and my wife's an interesting candidate in this, and she talks about our kids and my other former players, I'm fortunate to have a lot playing around the world, is she talks about she loves the kids that, hey, sweethearts off the court and play, she uses different terminology, but play hard as heck every time they step out. Kids may make mistakes. I don't care if I'm talking about a 32-year-old pro. They're going to make mistakes. But the community will enjoy the passion and the love that we play together with, and we want to bring you in. You come join our family. Come join that National Grey family. We don't care where you're from. We don't care what your background is. Come enjoy it, and we're going to bring you in. We don't care if you root for the other team. We're going to respect them, but we're going to earn your respect, and that's what we want to do. When we step in the gym, we want to earn your respect.
All right, Coach Doug Tebow of the IMG National Grey team here at IMG Academy. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Welcome to 941 Boys Basketball Media Day. I'm your host, Reggie Davis. I also got T. Green. We are part of the Truth Be Told podcast, and along with us,
Matt Geller, Florida Sports Scene.
and we'd like to welcome you guys to the first one. We hope to be 10 years down the road, we'll look back at this moment and say, wow, what a great time. Hey, Coach, you are a part of the IMG Grey national team.
Correct.
And when we talk about, we know IMG, it has all these different levels, colors, and sometimes people are not always understanding exactly what's going on. But you guys play in the SIAA, and that's the Sunshine Independent Athletic Association, right?
Actually, we do not. It is our IMG Blue and our IMG Gold, and then our Junior National that play in the top tier of the SIAA, and then we have 2 other teams that play in the SIAA. Consider us the more independent of them. We will play in big shot nationals at the end of the year, whereas Sean Macklin and the other national team will compete for the Chipotle Nationals. But no, we get to play a challenging, fun variety schedule where we're all over, as the name says, national. Right. Where we get to travel a little bit more, but also in the state of Florida. Think of us as the old John Chaney Temple teams. We'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. And a good example of that is right now, 22 of our games are on the road, and we'll play more. As it goes, we don't care. We want to play great basketball and make these young men succeed on and off the floor, and how you do that is challenging yourself.
Yeah. Coach, introduce who you have here with you.
I have KB here to my right. He has been here since he was a sophomore in high school. He is from South Korea originally. We have Tosin to my left here, closest to me. He has been here for 2 years and only played basketball for 2 years. He is from America, but he also has the opportunity to live in England. Was a big-time tennis player before for 11 years. And then we have Charles Matthews from Atlanta, Georgia. And as I said, he'll be a junior this year. And he is a young man that's been with us since his 8th grade year and has matriculated all 3 of these. And that's part of the National Grey philosophy, is that pathway. And so all 3 of these young men have matriculated through our programs to, and I'll excuse my terminology, really come from non-name to profile kids.
And, you know, every time I think about IMG, I always just think about just what you described, kids from all over, right? And they come to this one place, this melting pot of athletes. And it may not be, as you start the season and get into the workouts and stuff like that, it may not be the team that has, you know, been together for years and years, because there's always another piece to the puzzle. How is it as a coach to try to manipulate that type of situation that you have no control of, and make a team where it fits and everybody playing on the same tone and same beat?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to have spent over 30 years at the college level, and it's what you get, and especially my early years at the Power Division I college level, where you're sort of facing the same thing of high turnover every year. But at the same time, we're in an organization of 235 basketball players. And as we said, this team has 6 that have matriculated through the program. So though they haven't played together, we have a unique opportunity with our 22 teams. We can scrimmage each other in-house every day. We do a lot of great skill work early and late in the year as an organization, where we mix things up. Even our spring teams, we remix them up. So if you are a certain role here, and that's where we're so different, and you need to develop a different role when we get to spring, well, we're going to flip some teams around so that you grow as a player. And that's why we're known in around the world for our player development, is we can create some opportunities that it's not against any other programs. You just don't have enough bodies and players, but we can do some in-house player development that nobody else, and I'm sorry, even with our quote competitors that everybody sees on national TV against Sean's team and Frank's teams, they can't do it. They don't have the numbers, and they don't care about the rest of the organization. We care about 1 through 235, and they will get the same experience.
Let me ask you, Charles. You've been in the program for a while.
Yes, sir.
And in that time span, like I can only imagine that, you know, that roster change, right? As a player, though, I know it's one way as a coach, right? But as a player, does that affect you, or does it make you better?
I feel like it makes me better, because for someone like me, I'll say I like to let my energy flow out on everyone else. So I'm just making my teammates better. And like my coach said, we stay on campus with each other. So everyone around, like every year I go up on different teams, I already know like the people who are going to be on my team off the court. So it's just working in practice every day to just help gel together. So it's not really it's not really that hard to me.
To the players, what does IMG basketball mean to you guys? Why IMG? Because y'all from different places. Why IMG? What's the love? Or should I say, what's the love do you have for the IMG basketball?
Well, for me, I came for camp for tennis before I came for basketball. So when I came for basketball, I was just thinking of somewhere to develop, somewhere where I can get better. But I met everyone. I could play with everyone, and I just think it was great for my development. And now I'm a National Gray. I just find it easy to connect with everyone. So I
Okay.
think it's pretty simple.
What about you, Charles?
I say for me, IMG is like the best place in the world for basketball because from back home in Atlanta, people are all like, everyone's in like competition, want to go against each other, and here it's just like a community around here. And while we're a community, everyone loves each other. When we step on the court, we want to develop and go at each other, make each other better. So I really think this is a great place for that. And also like the campus and the facilities, it's nowhere else in the world you can do that. Just getting gym time in. So yeah, it's really good.
What about you, KB?
It's just the best in the world. Like the great coaches, great staff, great environment, as all. So I think that what makes me love IMG as so much as the other places from Korea. Being able to be a part of this kind of environment it means a lot to me. So.
Okay.
So this is going to be a two-part question. I want to start with KB.
Sure.
You're from Korea.
Yes, sir.
Is your family still there?
Yes, sir.
So a couple of the other team was in here earlier. Do you ever struggle, or I don't even know if you want to say struggle, but is it ever difficult, when you're here by yourself without your family, especially at such a young age?
Yeah. I can't lie about this because if you don't have a hard time, it's a lie. Because
Right.
But you just gotta go through that. You just gotta go through that. Maybe rely on some people around you, like coaches, like friends over here. Yeah, that's about it.
I had a lot of teammates that would love to have had the experience you guys have, because we're just regular athletes. You guys are on a whole different level. But Tosin, I want to ask you came here specifically to play tennis. Is that right?
No, I came for basketball, but I came for
You
camp.
started out playing tennis.
Yes, I started playing tennis.
What, you were 6, 7, somewhere around there?
I was 6. I started playing basketball when I was like young. So, but when I came for camp, I was like 6 foot, 6'1".
No, I mean, how old were you when you started playing tennis?
Oh, like 7 years old. Yes.
7 years old. So 7 years old, and obviously, if you start playing at that level and you're a competition-based individual, how did you switch that? I'm going to basketball. How did that happen?
Well, in my old school, I wasn't at an academy, so playing tennis during the year was hard because you have to play with someone to get better. You have to hit with someone to get better. So I just found that I lost that like playing time for tennis, and my brother got me in the gym for basketball, and I fell in love with it. I started playing it more than tennis, and I wanted to come here for basketball. So
I wanted to ask all of you just one, and then I don't want to hog the thing, but you brought this up. There's a national gray, and then there's the national team. Do you guys ever play against those guys? Just your team versus their team? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, and I'll throw, and that's why we're in the same practice slot, and that's part of the design of everything. So we can practice against each other, and then I'm going to throw in our post-grad national is a common one in there too. But the cool part about IMG is if all of a sudden it benefits junior national for us to play them. We'll come back at night, even though they practice in the mornings, we practice in the afternoons, but we'll set up a schedule so that we can come back at night and play each other. And we're already starting to do that a little bit in-house, especially with some of those different teams, just so that we can add that competition and that development. And so that is one of the many special things, but it's a very, very cool thing that nobody can replicate is the competition in-house.
Is there the goal for the players to get to that? Like, man, look, we can go over there and beat them. We're going to be them. Is that the goal?
I wouldn't say like to beat them, but in our team, like we want to be the best team on the court every time we step on the court. Like we say we're the best team in America, hardest playing team in America. So anytime we step on the court, we want to beat anybody we're playing in house or wherever.
KB, how do you see your role on the team? Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a combo guard here, shooter, and also I bring a lot of energy into our team. So, yeah, that's just the whole thing about me. 3-and-D player, defensively, I get steals, stops, which also brings the energy to the team. So, yeah. I'd say that.
What about you? Same question to both of you.
I think I bring energy to the team, but I'm also developing my skills. So hopefully I can play as a 4, like within this team. But right now I'm a 5, and then just get rebounds, go hard roll, easy buckets.
What about you, Charles?
I'm the point guard on the team. I bring a lot of leadership to the team, a lot of energy, and since I have a lot of experience here, I'm leading the guys, just trying to bring us together every day, and just leading the team. Anyway, offense, defense, rebounding, just helping lead the team.
Coach, what's one of the biggest misconceptions about athletes here at IMG?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is it's not a traditional school in the sense of, I'll be honest with you, we don't have scholarships like people think we do. But we have such a development, we're known for our development around basketball. But some people think they see certain teams on TV, they hear about certain teams and that. They don't realize the 100% college placement rate. They don't look at the 3 previous years of 62, 62, 65, 65, and 82, 82. That's our college placement rate on rosters. So understanding, no, that does not mean everybody's a Division I player. That means we have tons of Division III guys. We have tons of NAI guys. But our job is to get you, and we don't know where you started, and that's why a big part of us is developing in-house. So I understand we're all over the board on developing kids to get to their dreams. And so I think everybody sees the high-profile guys and doesn't realize, and that's the same thing is, so we do the other media room, you guys are finishing up here, and we get done with all the little TikTok stuff, these guys dancing and looking good, and they turn around and watch our second post-grad team because they care about those kids. And they want to see how they're doing today. They don't care if they're the 3rd middle school team or the 7th varsity or the 2nd post-grad. This is really a 235-person family, even within the organization, led by a brilliant man who I fortunately had the opportunity to work for 10 years at Division I level, that really guides us as a family both on and on the court, in Mike Gillian. And that's how we think of it. And these kids truly love each other. And then I get to go with this national grade team, and I'm saying in 4 weeks, the love we have for each other, couldn't have dreamed for it. I couldn't have dreamed for a group that, and I'll let them speak to this, but what they tell each other and tell me on a daily basis, I'm telling you, I don't care about talent. The reason why we have an opportunity to do something special this year is their love for each other. This is I'm happy they screw around, are goofy every day after practice for 45 minutes, and I'll just call my wife and say, I'm going to be an hour late for dinner. Because it's fun to be around, and and doing this for over 30 years at all levels, when you have a group like this, you cherish every moment with them.
So to the players, what off the court, what do y'all do together as a team outside of basketball, man? What y'all do together?
Everything. We go to the Cavs together, studying together, going to the beach, just going outside, watch some other kids playing basketball, like everything. Playing video games, everything.
You want to tell them a little bit about Team Bonnie?
Team Bonnie too.
Team Bonnie.
Hell yeah.
Pop Smoke.
We went to Pop Stroke.
Okay.
We went to Team Bonding for we all got our haircuts together, and we was just playing video games there, just chilling in the barbershop.
Okay.
But yeah, we do everything together.
So this is a question I like to ask. Put me in the locker room with y'all before the game.
Okay.
Put me in y'all headphones. What y'all listening to?
We got our own playlist, don't we?
You do. It's on my phone.
Let me hear the playlist. What you got,
Give
Charles?
me top three. Give me
Charles,
top three,
what you listening to, Charles?
Top 3.
Charles, you from Atlanta. I know you. Hold up now.
Lil Baby in there for sure. I'll say probably Lil Baby, Drake, and before the game, a little bit of NBA YoungBoy. Before the game, just to get us.
Literally everybody that came in here has said, I got to listen to, I don't know who NBA is.
NBA YoungBoy? Yeah,
because I'm too old.
yeah.
Because everybody said the same thing.
Yeah, he's young. Yeah, he'll get you hyped up for
What
sure.
about you,
before the
Tosin?
game.
I'm an R&B guy.
Okay.
I'm an R&B guy.
Oh. Give me one.
Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to sing a note?
No.
What you got, KB? Who you listen to, KB?
I honestly listen to some Korean songs like back in my country, but if I had to pick like American singers, yeah, who was that? Brian Fries. Yeah. So.
Okay, I heard that name before.
Hey, one question I wanted to ask, KB. When you were talking about that, you said it would be a lie if I told you that it didn't. If I didn't tell you I was a little homesick or it messed with you a little bit being over here without your family. Does the bonding with these guys and the camaraderie you built with them, does that help alleviate it?
Absolutely. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
It helps so much that I even forget, like, these are my families right here. So
Right.
these are another families. I got another family in Korea.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Coach, when the question was asked, which is your biggest game or rivalry, you said the next game.
Yes, I did.
All right.
That's our mentality, period.
Okay, if that's your mentality, then you also said drain the tank. So
Yep.
when you hear drain the tank, when coach tell you, Charles, hey, drain the tank, like what does that mean?
That means I got to pick it up, give everything I got. No matter if it's fourth quarter, 10 minutes left in practice after 2 hours, or after weights or anything, you got to give it your all every day.
So yes, I get that. Hey, coach, that's a winning mentality right there.
Drain the tank, baby.
Hey, I've asked every team that come through as far as, what will a team say about you after playing them, right? But I want to take it to a different level a little bit. Sometimes as players, when you think about the NBA and stuff like that, when you have Michael Jordan and, let's say Isaiah Thomas, and, it was a challenge to play against Michael Jordan, right? If you had Shaquille O'Neal is a challenge, whoever he felt like was the best at that time. Is there one player that you could think of right now that you just, I want to play against him because I love to compete and I want to see how well I can do against that player? Is there anybody that comes to mind that you know that's on your schedule?
Tony Bryant.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Top 15 kid that's Zephyr Hills Christian. We played them twice.
Okay. So that'll be
Committed to Missouri, so a big kid.
Person.
So 6'10".
So that player will be a challenge, and that's a player that you look forward to playing against.
Yeah.
That measures where you are in your game.
Definitely.
Okay.
I think it's something that I can challenge myself. We played him in AAU for my AAU team, but it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to during the season to see how far I've progressed.
That's a good question. Good question.
Coach, do you play in any tournaments, like a national tournament per se?
So yes, we'll play at the Big Shots at the end of the year, Big Shot Nationals.
Okay.
That'll be what we'll finish up with the end of February, start of March. But we also will be Sunbash Miami, Sunbash Tampa. We're going up to Connecticut for basketball. And then we play in like a lot of one-game events. We'll go to University Christian to Jacksonville for their Armed Forces Day and that kind of classic. And so, again, sort of back to what I said before, anytime, anywhere we want to play. Because anything I can do to help these young men grow as a team and as individuals, we're going to do. And back to Drain the Tank. Drain the Tank is available because you can trust your brother. And so we're going to play everybody with the nature of, hey, I trust my brother. I trust my teammate to make me put the team first, and the team will pay us back. We're going to come in with that mentality. And, hey, listen, even back to 120 pounds ago for me, my favorite thing to do was play on the road. Home is nice. Home is, it feels good. The girls in the stands. No.
No.
I want to take your heart. And that's the mentality that we will come with. We want to go on the road. We want to fight for what? And hey, it might cost us games, but why would you want to be? These kids are striving for excellence every single day. And so my job as a coach, I could care less about a record. What I care about is how have I helped these young men grow off and on the court. And part of that is challenging them on the court so that they get to grow every day.
Coach, hey, listen, you type of coach. I feel like I can go ahead and put my sneakers on, Coach, one more time.
Come on, dude. We practice. We practice every day. Come on through.
Coach got that Pat Riley swag too.
Yes, he does.
that blaze on, the hair slick back.
Oh man. Well, listen, man. Listen, thank you guys so much for coming in and being a part of this, the first year of the media day. I want to wish you guys luck this season, and I hope, man, like Coach says, listen, we'll play you anywhere.
Come on through. Come on through. We hope to get you on. Everybody, we love to get you in the house. See us on the road. You want to come to practice? Anybody's always welcome. You want to talk to us around town, podcast, whatever. We're available.
Ooh, all right.
Listen. Who's the best one-on-one player on the team? If y'all do a one-on-one tournament just with y'all team, who the best? Uh-oh.
I'm on.
It's me. It's me.
No, it's not.
I'm saying it's me.
I guess I know the matchup for. I guess I know the matchup for the best.
I gotta say me, bro.
Y'all might need to do that.
Well, thank you guys, man, so much for coming.
Man.
Appreciate your time. All right.
Thank you.